if I were to predict what's going to sell out, I think that.
Anyway, so let's quickly talk about some of these.
So first we got Off-Road Adventure. We watched the interview of Brickster, where he talked about how it was originally a modular design, and then he had to modify it so it wasn't fully modular, but it could be.
And from what I heard, there's some good Easter eggs in here behind the waterfall. I don't know if it shows it on there.
And it really is. Oh, I do not see that.
See, this is the hidden treasure thing where basically the waterfall lifts up with a Technic piece.
That's so cool.
They kind of alluded to that they might be adding some type of maybe other element to have some contesting minifigs, maybe.
Right.
Very simple.
And they said that they would make small modifications like that. The other thing that they said is that
they might be adding some type of maybe other element to have some contesting minifigs, maybe.
Right.
Very simple.
And they said that they would make small modifications like that. The other thing that they said is, welcome to BrickFix.
Welcome back and congratulations to all the Bricklink winners.
Yeah, thanks for submitting. Everyone who submitted designs to Bricklink, we're so excited about them, and we're so excited about our winners, even though we did a horrible job picking them this time around.
We got one pick.
1 out of 5. So not awful. I mean, that is awful, but not like the worst that we could get, but the second worst that we could get.
Probably. But these are some interesting sets. They divert a little bit from previous winners.
Yeah.
With variety. So we got a nice variety here.
I think that there's a great variety here. I think that the one really nice thing is that it's going to be a very wide price point across these sets. So I'm really excited about it. Obviously, in my opinion, the cheapest or the least expensive set is going to be Off-Road Adventure, which I think is going to pair really well with KingCreations' other set.
Yep. Which that one, doesn't that already kind of tie in with the A-frame as well?
No, that's not his set, but I think it would go well together. Yeah.
Somebody else had the thing where they were showing it tie in with the A-frame.
How well
from
it
a
goes.
previous winner set. I don't remember. But anyway, so let's quickly talk about some of these.
So first we got Off-Road Adventure. And then after Off-Road Adventure, we have the Art Factory, which I think is a very nice set. 3 stories, elevator. It could fit into a modular environment. We talked about, or we watched in the interview of Brickster, where he talked about how it was originally a modular design, and then he had to modify it so it wasn't fully modular, but it could be modified back to being modular.
Sure. Which anybody can make their stuff modular again with any kind of set, right? You just have to make sure it lines up right.
Yeah, and so it is what you want it to be. You just have to know what you're doing when it comes down to it. I think that it's really going to be a good set. I really think that it's got a lot going for it. So I'm happy to see that one make it all the way. The next one we got is the Goldmine Expedition, which I think is the largest set
that they've done.
No, of this series.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. And this one looks fantastic. I overlooked it, but getting to see it in the reveal and kind of dive through it, it looks like a really fun set. As we talked about, it kind of reminded us a little bit of Goldshire and World of Warcraft and going through the mines.
When we were talking about how this really reminded us of World of Warcraft with Goldshire, and it kind of took us back to our heyday sort of thing.
Yep. So not a World of Warcraft set at all, but kind of gave us a little throwback there. And then here's a couple shots. It's got a lot of different levels to it. It looks so detailed. And from what I heard, there's some good Easter eggs in here behind the waterfall. I don't know if it shows it on there. And
it really is a good playable thing. I mean, there's a lot of story going on here. They talked about, that's the other thing that they talked about in the reveal, is that they're really looking for story now. And if it doesn't have story, but it gets chosen, that they're going to try to insert story into the whole entire thing, which is a huge thing for us. Oh, I do not see that.
See, this is the hidden treasure thing where basically the waterfall lifts up with a Technic piece.
That's so cool.
So this one has a lot of good play features on it. You got this little storage area of dynamite. You've got the little crane with some action there. So there's just all these little details of play features, like we talked about with that Aztecian kind of set, had a lot of good play features, which is something that's been kind of a little bit lacking sometimes in some of the Bricklink sets that have made it through is play features, that little Easter egg things, little things to do.
Yeah.
That's classic to Lego.
Yeah, where you're able to reveal something or put it back and have something hidden, which I think is always fun. You know, that leads me to ask y'all a question. Are you happy with the 5 sets that were chosen? Was this what you voted for? Or, did you hope that something else was going to make it into the whole entire thing?
And if you like this next one, the Outlaw Fortress for the Wolf Pack, then drop a like down below.
Yeah, 100%, because I like it. So
we're getting Wolf Pack, baby.
Wolf Pack is back. The Wolf Pack is back. I think this is a great set. We talked about it on the stream last time around. I think the thing that's missing is a little bit of story element. Obviously, you can have a lot going on here, but you have no one to contest the Wolf Pack.
They did talk about it in the interview that they are now, after Series 4, working, I believe, with designers to modify things after the fact to add things like that. So they kind of alluded to that they might be adding some type of maybe other element to have some contesting minifigs, maybe.
Right.
Very simple.
And they said that they would make small modifications like that. The other thing that they said is that you won't see any cloth pieces coming out. Everything will be bricks as they sit, sort of thing. So they don't have the ability to make any cloth pieces. But it's a great set. Looks awesome. Hope you guys enjoy this one. I think that one of the nicest things here is that we're getting a sub $200 castle, a sub $300 castle, sub $250 castle.
This castle, I think, would be the one that I'd actually want to jump in on out of all the castles that I've seen so far.
Oh, yeah?
Ironically enough, yeah.
I think that this castle is going to be a good castle to go with if you made an investment in a Lion Knights or something like that, where you don't want to necessarily spend another 400 sort of dollars on a castle sort of thing. So I think that this is a good addition in order to bring it. I'm a firm believer in bringing castles in at a lower price point.
Absolutely. And then the last one that we got is the Sequoias, which are beautiful. If you haven't seen the Sequoias, they're amazing in real life. This is a nice ode to that magnificence.
Yeah,
a Sequoia.
And I think that the height that they really brought to the trees, I really think that the level of height that they brought is actually very impressive for this Lego set. It doesn't obviously do the real trees justice, but I really do feel like it kind of actually shows how much those trees do. Just at the level of height that they brought is actually very impressive for this Lego set. It doesn't obviously do the real trees justice, but I really
would be the right size for Lego, but it wasn't to scale for the minifigs, because if it was to scale, it'd be way too big.
Yeah, it would be, it'd be huge, just absolutely massive.
So good job.
But yeah, I mean, all in all, I think that we got a good 5 sets. I think that, if I were to predict what's going to sell out, I think that the off-road adventure is going to sell out. I definitely think that the gold mine's going to sell out. I definitely think that the outlaw forest end's going to sell out. The other two might, get about 50, 75%. I don't think that those are going to sell out, sort of thing. But that's my prediction on what sells out and what doesn't.
And one of the things that they mentioned in the live stream is that after Series 6, which is what has happened now, that they are allowing people to resubmit more than 2 times now. Before, I guess you could only resubmit 2 times. So we might see some more that maybe you wanted coming in.
That you liked but didn't get picked twice.
They just have to make sure that they change it enough, is kind of what they said. It has to be changed enough and they can resubmit reused kind of design.
I mean, to be honest, that's, if it was me and I built it twice or I built it once and it keeps getting pulled out from under me, like there's 300 or so people who submit for this sort of thing, and it can be very hard to be told that you have to redesign it if you can only submit it twice, and to want to go and design a new set after you've designed what you feel like is a good set, right?
And we've seen spectacular sets in all these submissions that we wish that we could have got. So definitely resubmit And it's great to know that those gates are open. And if you agree with us, I think you should subscribe.
Actually, if you agree with us, other than subscribing, I think you should tell us which set you would like to see resubmitted.
That's true. Which set is a set that of the past 6 series that should be in Series 7 resubmitted?
Yeah, that should be redesigned and resubmitted for Series 7. I
What
think
set did you not get that you wanted that you saw?
Yeah.
We'd like to know.
Yeah.
And we'd like to talk about it.
Yeah, because that'll actually point us in the right direction for looking at stuff for what we hope will come out for Series 7.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us. Thanks so much. Have a good one.